handle the truth.
So yesterday, I had my trial with X Corp and Small Claims Corp. I prepped like crazy. I had my papers, my argument, I labeled and documented everything. I rehearsed my opening statement, I imagined the questions I might get asked, and my heart was pounding on the trip there. My first problem to solve was where was I going to park and how much money was I going to put in the meter for how much time. I got there early and then they finally just checked me in. And then 45 minutes later, they called Albano versus X Corp /Twitter. I stood up as the plaintiff. And then after that, I saw nothing. A lawyer from X never showed up. I was relieved and disappointed at the same time. I was disappointed that I did not get to engage in a logical discourse with a potentially worthy adversary. I was relieved to win though. I won by default. It was a vacuous victory.
What does it mean for a statement to be vacuously true? It is best understood by an example. The classic example is proving the null set is a subset of every set. Let A be some arbitrary set. We must show if X is in the null set, then X is in A. But there are no elements in the null set, so the proposition P is always false. This makes the entire implication true regardless of the truth value of Q. The analog of the situation that happened at the courthouse is the statement, if an X Corp lawyer shows up, then I will make a great argument and win, is vacuously true since the hypothesis is false, meaning an X lawyer never showed up. So technically, the whole thing is considered true, but kind of unsatisfying. Also, speaking of logic, it would not have made sense financially for X to hire a lawyer, prepare for the court case, and show up since it was a small amount of money anyway, so I had a hunch X was not going to show up.
My papers never even left the folder. I never got to say my piece. Well, I'll say it now. Your Honor, my claim is that X Corp is at fault for $164.01 because it failed to provide basic customer service, causing me to be continually locked out of my premium membership account on the social media platform X, preventing me from using any of the services I intended. I never got to explain how bad X's customer service is, or rather how non-existent it is. Before mitigations, the judge prepped the courtroom full of plaintiffs and defendants. He said, "This is not like what you see on TV."
That's your problem. You buy a car that's 14 years old.
And even more piercing, he said that people can get away with not paying you for 20 years. Was this a hollow win? Kind of, but not really. Because I showed up. Sometimes showing up is just half the battle. I prepared. I learned. I navigated the court system. I filed paperwork. I prepared all these documents. One thing you learn is you have to basically enforce the judgment yourself. It's not so easy to get paid, even if you win. It is not about the outcome of winning or losing. These are external factors you cannot control. It is about the internal winning or losing in the process of achieving the goal by doing your best within a truthful framework. Alright, subscribe for more stories, math, and lessons from real life. Alright, remember, prioritize long-term learning over short-term test taking.